हाय वेलकम बैक टू डे 7 ऑफ साइकोलॉजी थ्योरी सिंप्लीफाइड एंड आज का हमारा टॉपिक है ह्यूमनिस्टिक साइकोलॉजी। अभी तक साइकोलॉजी का फोकस कभी अनकॉन्शियस कॉन्फ्लिक्ट पर होता था तो कभी बिहेवियर कंट्रोल करने पर, बट देन केम अ पर्सपेक्टिव दैट आस्क्ड अ completely different question. What if humans are not just controlled by instinct or environment? What if humans actually have the ability to grow, choose, and reach their highest potential? And this became known as humanistic psychology. Humanistic psychology mainly developed through the work of Abraham Maslow and Carl Rogers. It is often called the third force in psychology because it emerged as an alternative to psychoanalysis and behaviorism. Humanistic psychologists believe that both these approaches focus too much on problems, disorders, instinct, or control. But humanistic psychology focused on something different: human potential, self growth, free will, self awareness, and meaningful life. So, some core ideas of this school were: humanistic psychologists believe that humans are naturally good and growth oriented. Matlab, every person has an inner tendency to improve themselves and become the best version of who they can be. So instead of asking what is wrong with people, humanistic psychology asked what helps people grow. Now, Abraham Maslow and his hierarchy of needs. It is one of the most famous concepts in psychology. Maslow believed that human needs follow a hierarchy starting from basic survival needs and moving towards self growth. The levels are physiological needs, including food, water, sleep, safety needs, including security protection, love and belongings, including friendship and relationships, esteem needs, including confidence and respect, and lastly, self actualization, reaching full potential. According to Maslow, self actualization means becoming the best and most fulfilled version of yourself. For example, a person who uses talents creatively, follows meaningful goals, and feels fulfilled is actually moving towards self actualization. Now comes Carl Rogers and his person-centered theory. He is another major contributor of this school. Roger believed that people grow best in an environment where they feel accepted, understood, and valued. He introduced the concept of unconditional positive regard, matlab accepting a person without constant judgment or conditions. Rogers also believed that every individual has a real self and ideal self. Real self means who we actually are, and ideal self means who we want to become. साइकोलॉजिकल वेलबींग तब होती है जब रियल सेल्फ और आइडियल सेल्फ के बीच बैलेंस हो. नाउ सम की फीचर्स ऑफ दिस स्कूल. इट फोकस्ड ऑन कॉन्शियस एक्सपीरियंसेस, emphasis on free will, importance of personal growth. Human beings were viewed positively and focused on present and future instead of focusing on past. नाउ सम कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशंस ऑफ दिस स्कूल. पॉजिटिव साइकोलॉजी के फाउंडेशन को स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाया, सेल्फ ग्रोथ एंड मेंटल वेलबींग पर फोकस दिया, क्लाइंट सेंटर्ड थेरेपी को डेवलप किया एंड ह्यूमन पोटेंशियल को इम्पोर्टेंस दी. नाउ लिमिटेशंस. कॉन्सेप्ट समटाइम्स बहुत सब्जेक्टिव होते थे, साइंटिफिक टेस्टिंग डिफिकल्ट होती थी एंड ह्यूमन नेचर को ओवरली ऑप्टिमिस्टिक बनाया गया. So, as a conclusion, humanistic psychology changed psychology by focusing not only on disorders but also on growth, meaning, happiness, and human potential. It reminded psychology that humans are more than just behavior and unconscious conflicts. So, next video में हम बात करेंगे cognitive psychology, where focus shifts to thinking, memory, problem solving, and mental processes. So, comment next if you are ready. Till then, take care. Bye bye.